Hello everyone, I'm back and today doing some more COD Friday, and I'll just start off by saying that you've probably already noticed this, but the gameplay is not of Black Ops 2 today, it's Black Ops 1. Thought I'd mix it up a little bit, and also, um, I remember that I had a gameplay from 2010, back in November 2010, which I hadn't put on YouTube yet, and it's just one of my best ever gameplays of COD. So I just thought I'd use this today. So no Redo 609 gameplay, but that will be back next week. Today's episode is going to be about LMGs and shotguns. Now, the reason I'm doing two in today's episode is the simple fact that I don't like LMGs, so I'm not going to sort of dwell on them too much. And there haven't been many great LMGs down the years, but I'm just going to do a quick skim of them and then get straight into the shotgun. So we'll start off by talking about the LMGs. And one of the main LMGs that everyone associates to COD, and the main LMG I think of when you talk about COD, is the RPD. Now the RPD was in Modern Warfare 1 and 2, I think. I'm not sure if it was in... I think it was just in Modern Warfare 1, COD 4, sorry, and Modern Warfare 2. But what a great gun. I mean, it had obviously had such a large mag, but it was one of those guns that you could use at any range. And I know I don't really use LMGs that often, but I know a lot of people when they used LMGs would have used the RPD, especially in COD 4. So I wouldn't mind seeing that come back. I think it probably will come back if they're doing a modern game, because they might. I mean, they might as well, but you never know. Anyway, move on to the M60. Now, the M60 has been in Black Ops. I think it might have been in Black Ops 1, but it was in Modern Warfare 2, maybe? I can't remember what one. I should really write these down. But it was the M60 has just got a really, really large mag, and it just absolutely dominates. Obviously it's really heavy. It's the same as every LMG. It's heavy. It's got large mags. But the M60, I remember if you put extended mags on it, I think it would have been Modern Warfare 2. You could just spray and absolutely tear up. It was like having a turret just not connected to a wall. And I think because it was consistently in a couple of CODs, I think it'll probably come back, because they do like to do that. They do like to bring popular guns from the other CODs back. So anyway, RPD and M60, who knows? They'll probably be back, but I obviously don't know much about multiplayer yet, because nothing's been said yet. So there you go. But another gun that deserves a mention from Modern Warfare 2 is the AUG. AUG, I think it was H-bar, was it AUG? But it was in Modern Warfare 2 first, and it was an LMG, and it was like a really light, like assault rifle type LMG, and it was actually really good with like silencer and stuff, and I actually used to use that a lot. But it was also in Black Ops, but in Black Ops it was absolutely terrible. The same with most guns from Black Ops 1, it was absolutely shocking. So hopefully they bring back the Modern Warfare 2 one. I would like to see the AUG back along with the M60 and the RPD, so hopefully they're back. But I'll move on now to shotguns. And shotguns are so controversial in a COD game, because they've gone from primary weapons to primary to secondary, and it seems that on Modern Warfare 2 they were secondaries, and I can remember the combination used to be a lot of people running around with the UMP and the Spaz with sort of like quick draw on. I don't know what it is on Modern Warfare 2, but that used to get annoying, but shotguns are good fun, and when you just want to run around and have a laugh and all that, shotguns are good to use. So obviously shotguns will be back, but which ones? Now, I've already mentioned the Spaz there. The Spaz was only in... Oh no, it was in Modern Warfare 2 and 3. It wasn't as good in Modern Warfare 3. I remember in Modern Warfare 2, before they did an update, it used to have absolutely incredible range. And I think the Spaz will be back. It's one of the most common shotguns out there. So you never know. I reckon it'll be back. But another gun is the Striker. Now, the Striker was that shotgun which it wasn't a pump action. You put about 9 rounds into the little turret on the not the turret, into the little I forgot what they're called now. But you put about 9 or 10 bullets in there, and then you can absolutely spray them out. And obviously it's semi-automatic, but you just spray them out and you dominate games. One of my mates used to use the Striker, and he used to tear up with it. I mean, it's an incredible gun when you get the right people using it. And what was that? I think that was Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, the same as the Spaz. Another gun, which a lot of people forget about actually, is the Ranger. Now, the Ranger was in Modern Warfare 2 at the, I think it was I think it's the only game it's been in actually, the Ranger. But it was like one of those classic old shotguns where you shoot it and then you pump, you sort of do a pump action once you've shot 2 bullets. So it wasn't it was a double barrel shotgun, but it was it was a sawn off, but obviously it wasn't called a double barrel. It wasn't like World at War where they had double barrel shotguns. So I think the Ranger would come back, and I can remember with Akimbo that was incredible when you see it get short range, literally unbeatable at short range, with the exception of one of the shotguns. But a gun which will probably be back. It was in COD 4. It was in Modern Warfare 2. It might have been in Modern Warfare 3. I think it was in one of the Black Ops as well. I'm not sure on that. But it is the M1014. Now, it was in COD 4, and it was the first real, really good shotgun in one of the CODs. And I remember the M1014 used to be so overused in COD 4. In Modern Warfare 2, not many people used it. I did a little bit, and I actually really enjoyed it. But I think that'll be back. It's one of them guns that if you saw what it looks like, you'd know what gun I was talking about. But the name might not ring a bell. So the M1014, if you just give that a quick search on Google or something, you'll know what one I'm talking about. And it is a good shotgun. It's quite overlooked. But the other one in Modern Warfare 3 was the KSG, and it is in Black Ops 2, I think. Is it in Black Ops 2? I'm not sure if it's in Black Ops 2. But the KSG on Modern Warfare 3, I got gold in that gun, actually. I actually got a golden KSG, and that was one of the best I think that's the best shotgun I've ever used on a COD. And I'm not really sure why, because it was a pump action, it was quite slow, it wasn't necessarily the most powerful shotgun out there. I don't know what it was. I think it was just my style of play and all that, but I used to use it with damage, I think, so it was such a douchey thing to do, use it with damage, but that's just the way it goes, and the KSG is actually a really good gun, so I'd love it if they brought that back. But we've also got to talk about the models. Now, they were called like Model 1887 or something, I'm not sure. But in Modern Warfare 2, when they first came in, they were incredible, and obviously everyone used to use them with Akimbo. I think you only had to get 10 kills, then you got Akimbo. And Akimbo was incredible because you'd shoot and then you literally flip the guns around. And they had so much range on them. Even when they down-powered the gun, it still had so much range on it. And it was in Modern Warfare 3. I think I can remember one of my mates trying to use it. You couldn't get Akimbo in Modern Warfare 3 for obvious reasons. But it was still quite used, I found, in Modern Warfare 3. And it was a good gun. It was alright. Obviously, it wasn't as good as the Modern Warfare 2, as most guns in Modern Warfare 3 weren't. I've said that before, and I wasn't really keen on Modern Warfare 3 for that reason. But it was in Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, just like the M10 was and the Spaz. So you never know. They'll probably bring all them back. I mean, if they're gonna do. Obviously, assuming multiplayer is obviously set in modern times, and they're going to keep it consistent, and they're going to do the same type of COD as Modern Warfare, but I'm not sure on that yet, because it's not going to be called Modern Warfare. So, they might go a different direction with multiplayer, I don't know, but if they do bring back the normal style of, create a class and all that, they'll probably bring back the Spaz, the Striker, the Ranger, the M10, the models, the KSG, and all those LMGs I mentioned, which were the RPD, the M60, and the AEG. So they'll probably bring all them back. Sorry, this was quite I say boring episode. I'm not really sure, but I just had to whip them through because I really don't like talking about the LMGs, and shotguns aren't really an interesting topic, and not many people use them anymore, especially on Black Ops 2. Not many people use shotguns, I don't find. So there you go. But that's another COD Friday done. I'll be back next COD Friday. I'm talking about all things secondary weapons. So we're talking machine pistols, just normal pistols. We're talking launchers and all this, and dedicated noob tubes, which I hate, but I'll be talking about them next time. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. And I got 63-1 on that gameplay. What a great gameplay. But thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.